thing is, Cloud, I really like you.
He likes you too.
Whatever happens, don't blame yourself.
Whatever happens? But do I get a say in all this?
Cloud, thank you.
Don't say thank you. Not until he saved your life. It's gonna be different this time. Yeah. Yes. What's so funny? You miserable bastard. Not again. Square can't do this to me again!
Aerith. Wake up.
What? She's back? She's alive? Is she alive?
So, I hear you've been pretty busy.
He touches him in the void, and that merges the reality?
Cloud! Save her!
What the hell is going on?
What in the hell is going on?
Please start making sense. And now Zack's summoning Cloud to his timeline for some kind of combo attack? What is real? Someone tell me what is real?
Let's end this. Together.
How am I supposed to feel right now?
Is any of it real? Or is it all just a fever dream?
Let's get serious.
A whisper cannon attack?
Everybody's waiting. I'll see you off.
But she's gone. She's returned to the planet. No one else sees you. But Cloud saved her. I saw it! That was one of the realities. Right?
Behold the true nature of reality.
God, no.
New worlds are born.
No!
The planet encompasses a multitude of worlds. Should this world be unmade,
God, no.
a reunion of worlds,
No more of this meta crap! How you're such a unreliable narrator.
The hell?
Oh God, there's the black materia.
You gonna be okay getting back?
And if I said I wasn't?
This is just great. Now I'm heartbroken and I have no friggin' clue what's going on.
I will stop Sephiroth. Trust me.
But things are gonna turn out okay. Right?
You promise?
Promise.
See? It's all gonna work out in the end.
I'm not thinking how the years have flown until I met you. I won't say that it was fate.
It must be easy to make a narrative where you can just say, no promises await, and then do whatever the hell you want and not be accountable at all to the fan base.
Not for good, that's
Gamers, we have to talk. And we have to talk about the ending of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'm convinced the next game should be titled Final Fantasy VII Multiverse, though it won't. We all know it's going to be Final Fantasy VII Reunion.
reunion of worlds.
Reunion.
The reunion.
Reunion.
Because that requires the least effort and creativity. Ugh. Final Fantasy VII is probably the last game that should ever have been plagued with this time travel / alternate reality BS. One of the best things about the original's mid-game climax is its finality. It's a self-sufficient, enclosed story about one group of characters who exist in one world. And as such, Aerith's death has such a meaningful and never-ending impact. In fact, in my original Final Fantasy VII retrospective, I have a quote here that sums it up just simply. This is a rare finality moment in video games that doesn't pull any punches when it comes to the impact or the fallout. There's no miracle revival like you see in so many comics and other video games. Never happens. The closest thing we get to ambiguity is Aerith's last second appearance during the ending, but as the 2005 movie Advent Children confirmed, she is no longer present in physical form on the planet. It's a simple, linear storyboard of events. But here we are in Rebirth territory. Not these damn things again! Actually, to be fair, I have to give the developers credit. For the most part, the Whispers are absent from the plot. They have a few big scenes though, like when Tifa gets dunked in the livestream. It almost looks like there's planet-formed white Whisper ghosts, and they're fighting alongside the weapons against a Sephiroth army of black Whisper ghosts. This just looks silly, like it's some kind of misguided fanfiction piece of filth that somehow made it into the game. And if the white ghosts are on the planet's side, weapons came to life to defend the planet, as we all know, why do you have to force your way through the white Whisper ghosts at the Forgotten Capital? That doesn't make sense to me. If they are all about the survival of the planet, why would they be trying to make sure Cloud and crew don't make it to Aerith? In fact, it's the Team Sephiroth Black Whispers that initiate the opening for Cloud to make it through. If Cloud's party fails to stop Sephiroth, she can't pray and activate Holy, which saves the planet from Meteor. By the end, every Whisper just seems to be a villain. And why are any Whispers still around? The whole point of Remake, so I thought, was to destroy that boss Whisper, the arbiter of fate, so that those ghosts would cease to exist, and then the future could unfold differently. Did that entire game mean nothing then? Just why? Then there's Sephiroth using a Whisper cannon as one of his battle abilities.
No way!
That's just... oh. Even the ridiculous, far-fetched logic that they established in Remake doesn't repeat in Rebirth. Square Enix just seems to be going around doing whatever it wants. It doesn't care. And as if my eyes weren't already completely glazed over, this shows up when Sephiroth begins his half an hour of explanation. All it does is remind me that all that meta bullcrap from Remake is making a ferocious comeback towards the ending, and that Sephiroth is truly about dominating all the realities. Well, that's what I think he's after. He's trying to merge all of the different worlds into one. Hence, Sephiroth mentioning his homecoming and reunion nonsense ad nauseum.
This is but a homecoming, for it is not death, but a homecoming that awaits them.
And it lines up with his explanation to Cloud about
All life is as one. The planet encompasses a multitude of worlds.
I mean, he's being very thorough. He's literally chasing a flower girl through all these different timelines. Persistent bastard really wants to make sure all of them florists die. What a heartless prick. This is why an alternate Aerith gives Cloud her charged up holy materia, as she summons him to her dissociated world. Because, as we remember, the prime Aerith from Cloud's world had her materia drained of its power by the Whisper Ghosts. That's part of what she was saying when she mentioned losing parts of herself in her former childhood room in Remake.
Every time the Whispers touch me, I lose something, a part of myself.
So Cloud is tasked with bringing this alternate Aerith's materia to his reality, to his Aerith, or else Aerith's prayers don't have a chance of activating. That's what I've attempted to piece together, anyway. But who knows? Your explanation probably makes more sense than mine, and so could other people's. But everything is just so convoluted and muddy and poorly explained. And it's even worse than Remake in this regard. Especially with Zack. So yeah, he's confused and conflicted about who to save. Biggs, Cloud, or Aerith, which shouldn't be a tough decision. As I pointed out in this video, if you want to see how Square Enix wasted some of its most beloved characters in Rebirth, check it out. I know, Zack is supposed to be the most righteous and perfectly awesome good guy in the world. But he knew Biggs for what? 5 hours? A day maybe? Still, he wants to save everyone. So get this, Square shows you all 3 realities to further complicate the Sephiroth monologue about multiple worlds. In one reality, Zack tries to save Biggs, whose bomb didn't even detonate.
I'm useless. Can't even make a damn bomb.
But he just gets plugged by a sniper, so that entire metaplot arc for him was for absolutely nothing. Okay, game over, I guess. Another one shows the reality where he goes topside in search of Hojo to find a cure for Cloud. But again, he just gets ambushed by the Shinra soldiers. What a shocker. Then, there's a reality where he stays by the church to protect Aerith, but Sephiroth arrives, as we talked about, and sends him to this purgatory dimension, I guess, where he eventually comes into contact with Cloud after wandering aimlessly for a while, magically finding the yellow flowers that Aerith alluded to being vital in Remake.
Follow them, the yellow flowers.
Hooray! Don't get me wrong. Is it awesome that Zack and Cloud briefly get to reunite as the realities merge? Damn rights that's awesome! You've got witty banter between them.
All right, follow my lead.
Look at you taking charge.
I like...
A chance to finally use Zack's true techniques and power instead of randomly flinging a cement block into a helicopter. Heads up! What the hell was that about? And, of course, a stylish synergy move that helps bond them together. Speaking of, even after Zack is banished to his timeline, where he's still alive, he's still able to summon Cloud's spirit to aid him, as he does his part against this multiverse-encompassing Sephiroth, who is obviously trying to compensate for something, given how laughably huge and comical this design is. Holy crap! It's like he became a Mighty Morphin Power Soldier and got Rita Repulsa to make him grow! Try something a little bit more subtle next time, maybe? Oh, while I'm on this subject, like other parts of Rebirth, the endgame fights just go on and on and on! There's the Genova fight, and then the second part of the Genova fight, which randomizes the party into all these duos, followed by a 2-on-1 Zack and Cloud versus Sephiroth clash, which leads to Cloud versus that gigantic monstrosity Sephiroth, which then Zack has to fight, and then the party has to fight. All in 3 different realities, remember? And finally, a final Final Fantasy VII fight, pitting Cloud and Aerith against the One-Winged Angel. Jesus Murphy, I'd say 7 fights is pretty damn long. At least the number matches up with the game, I guess. Rebirth is not kidding when it warns you about this at the altar. You definitely want to make sure your entire party has their folios maxed out and that they're outfitted with enough decent materia that they can at least heal and do some varied commands, or this can be woefully difficult.
This one's for Aerith.
But most importantly, we have to talk about this.
No! The initial gut punch this moment delivers is effective. For about 4 seconds, you are rejoicing in the fact that Aerith survived. But yet, somehow, the reality then merges into one where she dies anyway? Part of the problem is that Cloud is such an unreliable narrator.
Now, flawed protagonists are a good thing. We don't want a bunch of Mary Sue protagonists waltzing in and just dodging danger and deception at every turn, mastering abilities everywhere with no training.
But Cloud is just an ultimate fail in this game. We're counting on him to give us context and truth, but his mental state means nothing is ever clear, even more so than the original. He has so many hallucinations. It's amazing he didn't accidentally cut Aerith or Tifa down during one of his moments.
I'm not like him. I'll never be like him.
Actually, he almost did slash Tifa in half here, and that was only about halfway through the game. With that puppet persona he's struggling with, who knows if this is an alternate reality that even happened? Maybe that's just what his mind was telling him to see, just as us old gamers know that this is not Cloud. Actually, this was Cloud in the prologue. He's the lowly infantryman who can't even handle a bumpy truck ride.
Wish I could help, but never been motion sick. Sorry, man.
The weak grunt, who nevertheless heroically pushes Tifa out of the way of an incoming attack, takes a hit, and gets praised by Sephiroth.
Well done, Trooper.
Thank you.
The meek but protective Trooper, who doesn't let Tifa follow.
You better keep me safe.
When that colossally sized dragon ambushes Sephiroth's party in the cave, which is actually Sephiroth and Zack, Cloud flees to ensure Tifa's safety. And if you pay attention, you can even make out his voice as they escape.
This way.
Sorry, man.
This way.
Sorry, man.
This way.
Feeling any better? I'm good.
Those touches are amazing and deserve kudos. But getting back on track, it's clear that everyone else is mourning Aerith. Just observe how despondent Tifa is in all of the ending scenes. Red's the only one who even slightly senses her spirit form.
Aerith?
While Cloud, he's convinced that he saved her, just as this moment seems to show. Aerith just tells him casually that she'll keep praying to stop Meteor. So Cloud's literally thinking that she's just going to walk back to the capital and keep summoning Holy. She only came out there to see him off, after all.
I'll see you off.
He's in complete denial, right? Or is he now sandwiched in between two timelines and realities? Like he's seeing that sky rift, which is what Zack's world sees as the omen of death, and doesn't hesitate to bring it up to Barrett, who naturally doesn't see anything.
Well, now I gotta look.
Fine, but don't let it get to you.
Don't let what get to me?
Here, Cloud just asks Aerith to wake up.
Wake up.
And she does. And he pretty much carries on, as if the entire band is back together and everything's hunky-dory.
Tifa. Come on.
Oh, and don't forget, he fuses the black materia into the Buster Sword. That won't possibly cause any complications, right?
The ending is still emotional. Don't get me wrong. And it's not just that moment either.
You find beauty in those beautiful homages, like Aerith inexplicably vanishing and popping out among various trees, with Cloud unable to keep up as she goes to face Sephiroth. It's an altered but touchingly faithful callback. Whispers ruin it a bit, as they ruin everything, but still.
Oh? Next time?
Yeah. Next time.
Hearing Cloud and Aerith confess their feelings straight out is refreshing and breaks the JRPG trope of angst-ridden couples never acting on their true emotions. Immediately following Sephiroth's unspeakable act, Jenova confronts the party, and you'll notice that all of Aerith's comrades who saw her death for what it was originally have their limit break meters instantly filled because of the hate and sorrow that has engulfed them, while Cloud's, his is empty, because his perception is that Aerith is just resting. He's ready to fight, but calm and composed. And as ridiculous as all this alternate reality stuff is, it's cool to play as Zack, and inspiring to hear he and Cloud recite the soldier code together, and still being able to join forces, even when they're literally realities apart.
And whatever happens, protect your honor as a soldier!
When Aerith's spirit, or the alternate Aerith, or whoever this is, joins Cloud for the final boss, I'm wagering some of you were like me, barely able to see the TV screen through all the tears that were flooding through your eyes. Unless maybe you thought it would play out in lockstep with the original, and you disarmed all of Aerith's materia and equipment, leaving her helpless in the final battle, then you'd have been emotional, but in a different way. But her appearance just hits us so hard in the feels. Even Sephiroth, in the only admission he ever makes in the entire script, remarks,
I must admit, I underestimated you.
The battle itself has awesome moments, like Cloud and Aerith's synergy abilities being capable of weakening Sephiroth in a very rare instance of putting him on his heels.
You ready?
As I'll ever be.
I can't deny any of those positives, but that doesn't make the cryptic crap,
So this is where you've been hiding.
the absolutely non-resolution of the 7 seconds line, which is as mystifying as ever,
7 seconds till the end. Time enough for you. Perhaps.
or the messy anything goes multiverse stance any more acceptable.
Because, honestly, what's to stop any of the other Aeriths from all these other converging worlds to just suddenly appear and become part of the plot again, as she seems to be doing in the ending? I mean, there you go. Oh, Aerith is alive, even though, we still made you sad that she died, but there she is.
The comparatively tiny, self-contained world and our beloved one and only cast of characters from Final Fantasy VII is now just a marvelous conglomeration of alternative realities and timelines and reality Skyrift cracks and Aeriths. Oh, so many Aeriths.
Up and at 'em, soldier.
Hell, maybe the original blocky Aerith will make an appearance in the final game, just like how the gang was transformed in the Fort Condor excursion. My point is that Aerith just exists forevermore somewhere, so in the back of our minds, the emotion doesn't feel nearly as genuine, because there's still a way out for everything to just work.
Not you. That was to her, my future self. Can't say when you'll meet, but trust me, you'll love her. Just you wait.
Let's look at a real-life example that's a bit less tear-jerking. You lose your wallet, which I probably do once a month. It's got all your important stuff in it: credit card, social insurance number, your driver's license, all that jazz. Well, if you've got alternate realities, you can just relax, knowing that another version of you has that wallet with them. And instead of $5, maybe they have a couple hundred in there and are well off. Another you out there might be filthy rich and have a mansion. So who cares? That version of you is just as relevant as you are. So in some other reality, you are just crushing this game of life. You might even be a friggin' war hero. That version is out there somewhere, and so is Aerith. She's still out there.
We meet again.
Sephiroth wants to dominate every reality, so yeah, he definitely still has to be stopped. He's going around stalking her and killing her in world after world. At least there's still a prime motivation for you to chase down Sephiroth in the endgame. Is this what we're supposed to be concerned with?
These errant worlds, all shall be one again, all made whole forever.
If Sephiroth successfully merges all realities, thus absorbing all of the lifestream energy from all of them, he becomes like the god of the multiverse. It all becomes one, and he's killed Aerith, so there wouldn't be any more Aeriths to stop him if everything's merged together, right? But then the game just spits at this notion. She manifests herself even after Sephiroth seemingly merged realities to make her death uniform across time and space. With Cloud firmly entrenched in his belief that Aerith is still around, you can bet she'll still be showing up, much like how she did in the final battle. We'll still have her fighting for us and appearing, even if it's all in Cloud's delusional thinking. For us as players, she'll still be there inputting commands. I can almost guarantee it. Which is a stark contrast to the emptiness that we felt when she left the original game permanently. As stated before, even her materia and equipment were lost forever. It was a deep, massive loss that, after the party worked through their grief, continued to inspire. Now, we're going to have Cloud believing Aerith's right there, contrasting with the rest of the party, who are going to be in both deep heartache and confusion, because Cloud will be like, hey, did you see Aerith completely wipe the floor with those enemies? And Tifa and crew will think he's simply drifting further into delusion. I think Square is deluded beyond repair at this point. Look at this final message before the credits. No promises await. If we were to translate this, it's like, we'll do whatever we want, so just shut up and stop whining.
But hey, maybe I'm the deluded one and haven't figured any of this out. I'd never claimed to be very smart when it comes to unraveling these multiverse plot threads. Please, gamers, share your experience of Rebirth's ending with me in the comments. Did it hit you as hard as the original did? Are you still hopeful for a reality to emerge where Aerith is alive and well? Please let me know, and thank you so much for tuning in to Gaming Introspection. It's always good to see ya, so take care.